on the Hawaiian Moving Company. We'll head to Kauai, where we have some very unusual video. Not too many people have the opportunity, or the nerve, for that matter, to pet a shark. But this Kauai woman has no fear with this big-toothed critter. We'll check out a new Hawaii spy shop that has all sorts of high-tech gadgets. For years, this technology was only used by the military, or 007. But now, you can buy it. Then we'll head to K-Bay, where these folks are facing the muddiest task of their lives. It's one of the most unusual races you'll ever see, one that demands a date with the Clorox when it's all over. It's the Swamp Romp. And this woman says her special abilities makes it possible for her to communicate with animals. Her specialty is helping sick and emotionally disturbed pets. Could she be the real Dr. Doolittle? Hi, I'm Micheal W. Perry. Thank you for joining us for another Sunday night Hawaiian Moving Company. Remember, we're still in search of our 1,000th Moving Company program. If this is it, later in this program, you'll have a chance to win $1,000. First off, though, let's head to Kauai for a most unusual shark encounter. You wouldn't think anybody could figure out how to pet a shark. These folks did, as we go cruising.
All right, looks good. Let's go diving.
All right. Did you get the camera?
George and Jeanette Thompson have been running Dive Quest on Kauai for the past 5 years. In those years, they've been in the water hundreds of times. They've explored nearly every accessible dive spot on the island, and they've experienced just about everything you can imagine underwater.
In our business, George and I see a lot of things, but sharks are kind of our favorite. They're awesome animals. Just to see them move through the water takes your breath away.
When we first started diving the area, we noticed that the sharks were resting in a certain location, and we found out it was also a cleaner station. Since the sharks were so relaxed in this area, we thought that it could be a possibility they would allow us to approach them and let us clean them also.
The sharks George and Jeanette discovered were about 5 to 6 feet long and in about 35 feet of water. These white-tipped reef sharks may not be known for their man-eating appetites, but still, a shark is a shark.
For years, George and I have been diving this site, and we've observed the sharks, and we learned how to approach them in a way that didn't frighten them off. And they allowed us to start to stroke them, and probably the most incredible thing I've ever done in my life.
Petting the sharks is phenomenal. I mean, it's incredible. It's an apex predator. It's the top of its food chain, and they're large animals. It's similar to being on the Serengeti Desert and petting a lion. It's phenomenal.
I'm one of those people that was frightened of sharks for a long time because of the media output about sharks. And when I began to stroke them and realized that they're these incredible animals, I wasn't frightened of them. I was kind of in awe of them.
One of the reasons that we really enjoy doing this is that it's helping us to change the attitude about these animals. Sharks have always been feared as a man-eating creature with an appetite for human flesh, and it's not that way. They're beautiful, wonderful, absolutely fantastic creatures that really have no animosity or anger toward us, and they're not as dangerous as everybody thinks.
You might remember George as the same guy that had that unusual encounter with a monk seal a few months back on this program. Well, he and his wife often have encounters with these docile sharks. If you'd like to watch something like that, call Dive Quest in Kapa'a on Kauai. Up next, let's delve into the mysterious, intriguing world of 007 and micro-technology high-tech gadgets.
Your new telephone. Talk here, listen here. So that's what I've been doing wrong all these years.
So, it also includes a fingerprint scanner and a 20,000-volt security system, and this I'm particularly proud of. The remote control for your car.
James Bond was never at a loss for gadgets. Because of his creative and inventive colleague, Q, Bond always had the right spy tool at the right time. Well, these days, technology is getting greater, production techniques make things smaller, and some of the things we only saw in the movies are now in the stores.
Well, ever since I was a little kid, the James Bond movies, the Mission Impossibles, the high-tech equipment, I just love that stuff.
Brad Ishi's the general manager of Spy World in Pearl Kai Shopping Center. This St. Louis grad took his love of gadgets and turned it into a business that sells everything from lockpicks to cool thermal viewing equipment. This is what Tom Clancy's closet must look like.
Of all the high-tech spy gadgets, cameras are my favorite ones. Take, for example, this camera. This is a clock that goes on your desk. Take a look at that X in between the 12 there. That's our hidden lens. Say your desk has more elegant furnishings. Unlike the wooden clock, here we have a golden clock here. And unlike the camera in the wooden one, it's not at the 12, it's at the 6. Now the smoke detector camera is great for above the cashier. The pinhole lens on this is right here in this little section. Simply put this above the cashier and you'll be able to see every single transaction going on. Now the motion detector camera is fully functioning and it has a little pinhole camera lens right here. And you can mount this up in the corner of any showroom. And it can see everything. Now the nanny camera is my all-time favorite. Fully functional AM/FM alarm clock radio with a hidden camera. So if you ever plan to leave the house, watch the kids, turn it on to KSSK, let the camera do the rest. If cameras aren't your concern and bugs are, this little device helps sniff out illegal bugs. Simply scan and sweep a wall, and it can pick up any kind of transmission. Now, what do we got here? This could have been a microphone listening to your conversations. Now, if you're concerned about a bug being on a body, this can also sweep a body, and it picked up the moving company microphone, just like that. And just when you thought you knew where all the hidden cameras and the bugs were, the pen was watching you the entire time.
Great gadgets. Spy World is in the Pearl Kai Shopping Center in Aiea. Up next, a woman who says she can communicate with your pet.
Stick around for more Hawaiian Moving Company!
Created in the islands, the perfect marriage of two exquisite tastes. The richness of Hawaiian Host macadamia nut shortbread cookies and a secret blend of chocolates in dark, milk, and white chocolate. Hawaiian Host macadamia nut cookies from the creator of the original chocolate-covered macadamia nut candies.
Maui, 46%.
Sadly, statistics show most parents in Hawaii don't buckle up their children in car seats. And the results are often tragic. Now, people who do not protect children under 4 with car seats and seatbelts must go to court, pay a fine, and attend a 4-hour passenger safety seat class to learn why and how to protect their children. Protect the keiki in your car. Don't let them become another sad statistic.
Real estate today is a buyer's market, and it's shockingly tough for sellers. Hi, I'm John Riggins. I've helped hundreds of people just like you aggressively sell their homes with amazing results. Discover the secrets of my marketing program that includes the use of computers, the internet, brochures, magazines, newspapers, and TV. All of this, and over 20 years of experience, will get you the highest price in the shortest amount of time. For a free computer evaluation of your property, call me today, John Riggins at 523-SOLD. Thank you.
Well, the mission statement at Kaiser is caring for Hawaii's people like family. And everyone has a mission statement now, but it's something that we take seriously. patient. We want to think of them as this is my child, this is my father, this is my grandfather, and treat that person the way we would want a member of our family to be treated. I think that's what's important, and it's what we try to do every day.
How many times have you ever looked at your pet and wondered, what's it thinking? Well, the lady you're about to meet can help you with that. It's our story of the week.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Rosie. Come on in. Hi there. How are you?
Samantha Khury may have one of the most unusual abilities in the world. For that reason, she's been on PBS, the BBC, the Discovery Channel, shows like Regis and Kathy Lee, and all because she says she can communicate with animals.
This ability isn't just to receive information from animals, but you can literally train your dog. You can, if you can fantasize what you want, and they'll be able to do it. That's it. Simple as that.
Well, you're gorgeous. Yes, you are. So what would you like me to find out? And what is your biggest concern?
Well, her health.
Okay.
Brian Cordero's in the contracting business on Maui. He brought his pup to see Samantha for a reading. He had a few concerns about some things in Rosie's past and future and thought he'd give Sam a try.
Why she doesn't bark?
I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask her about how Rosie feels about me leaving her behind when I relocate to the mainland, her health, about separating from Joey, my horse that she's been with for a long time.
If you come back in an hour, and then I can give you my readout.
After getting some basic information, Samantha asked Brian to leave her and Rosie alone for about an hour. In that time, she will try to communicate with the dog and see if she gets some answers for Brian.
I quiet my mind, I quiet my emotions, I quiet my nervous system so that I can pick up information from Rosie. I let myself get a visual flashes from her.
You're not in any big pain. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm highly impressed with you, sweetheart. Okay, this one was pretty bad, though, I can tell. And it doesn't hurt? This leg doesn't hurt you? It's stiff. You got a little bit of pain. Okay, mild. I started out holding in my mind an image until I get a response from her. And I add emotions to that. And then pretty soon I get back emotions from her and visual information. So it's a two-way, nonverbal interaction with little vignettes of pictures going through your mind, emotions going through your heart. Yeah, I'm going to do a little work right in here. Where I put my fingers, Rosie, I want you to let me know if it hurts or if you've got any pain in this area.
Now, Samantha's done this type of thing all over the world, and she's worked on all sorts of animals, from parrots to panthers. One of her most notable communications came when she helped the folks at the San Diego Zoo figure out why their elephant, Sabu, wasn't happy.
30 years ago, this was considered really far out, just outrageous, and that there was no possibility. And now, in my classes, I have veterinarians, psychologists, psychiatrists, dog trainers, horse trainers. It's a totally different field.
Yeah, you could go in just a few minutes, baby girl.
After Sam and Rosie spent their time together alone, Brian comes back to hear what Sam has deciphered.
About you going away. Number one, she just loves you, and it will be a problem. And it will be also a problem regarding your horse. She talks about your horse being dark, big, dark-colored horse.
I'm amazed about Samantha's ability, and on two factors, that she had figured out who Joey is, and Joey is my horse, and he is big and black, and the fact that why Rosie doesn't bark, because of the way she lives with the other hunting dogs.
She started talking about, there's several things. One was in her past, about a lot of dogs. I mean, a lot of dogs. I mean, lots and lots of dogs around.
Samantha. I used to own 16 hunting dogs.
No wonder barking was an issue.
16 hunting dogs.
Oh,
and she never barked. She wasn't the one that barked.
No, she said she never barked. To get paid for something that you love doing is awesome. And to be a pioneer in that field is overwhelming. At 56, I am blessed.
Well, whether she is a modern-day Dr. Doolittle or isn't, it's pretty hard to say. But if you talk to folks like Brian or Rosie, you might just become a believer. Samantha actually married a guy from Hawaii, Stanley Brow, and they both come back every now and then to Maui just to take care of business. So, if you would like your pet communicated with, call us. We'll tell you how to get in touch with them. $125 for about an hour and a half. She'll either do the communicating herself, or she says she can teach you how to do it. We're coming right back.
On the neighbor islands, the Hawaiian Moving Company drives an Avis rent-a-car. Avis, bringing you great value with their Ali'i Club. Avis, we try harder.
Stick around!